Hey guys, welcome back to Sleep Drift Tales. Tonight we drift into another boring history sleep story. This time the setting is ancient Crete, quiet workshops, endless corridors of stone, and the work of a craftsman named Daedalus, and a boy remembered as Icarus. If you'd like, you can subscribe before we begin. And let me know in the comments, where in the world are you listening from? And what time is it for you right now? It's always calming to see this little community connecting across different places. So settle in, let the rain and fire sounds surround you, and allow yourself to drift off quickly with this relaxing story from the past. The stone walls hold centuries of silence. Cold grey blocks fit together perfectly. Each stone was cut by careful hands. The mortar between them has hardened with time. Daedalus moves through his workshop slowly. His sandals scrape against the floor. The sound echoes in the quiet space. Dust motes drift in the air. This is a boring history of ancient Crete. The island sleeps under endless stars. Rain sounds tap gently on the roof. Brown noise fills the background silence. Wooden shelves line every wall. Tools hang in perfect rows. Hammers rest beside chisels. Awls point downward like sleeping fingers. Each tool has its place. Each tool knows its purpose. The craftsman knows each tool by touch. His hands move without thinking. A single candle burns on the workbench. The flame barely moves. Wax drips down the holder slowly. The light casts long shadows. Daedalus picks up a piece of wood. He examines the grain carefully. His fingers trace the patterns. The wood is smooth and dry. The workshop grows still around him. Time moves like honey here. Every action takes its proper time. Nothing rushes in this space. Outside the stone walls, rain falls softly. The sound is distant and calm. Water drips from the roof edge. Each drop lands in perfect rhythm. The craftsman sets down his wood. He walks to another shelf. His footsteps echo once. Then silence returns again. Bronze tools gleam in the candlelight. Their surfaces show years of use. Hands have worn them smooth. Work has shaped them perfectly. This is the calm narration of history. These are the quiet moments before flight, before wings, before the fall that comes later. Daedalus arranges his materials carefully. Everything must be in order. Order brings peace to the mind. Peace brings success to work. Leather strips lie coiled in baskets. Thread winds on wooden spools. Beeswax sits in clay pots. Each material waits patiently. The candle flame flickers once, then returns to stillness. Light pools on the wooden bench. Shadows dance briefly, then settle. Now the room grows still. The boring history continues its slow pace. Rain sounds fade to brown noise. The workshop breathes in silence. Daedalus moves to his chair. The wood creaks under his weight. He closes his eyes briefly. His hands rest on his knees. The stone walls keep their secrets. The tools wait for morning work. Dust settles on every surface. Time passes without urgency. Let the story continue in this rhythm. Each moment stretches like warm wax. Each breath comes deep and slow. Each heartbeat marks the passing hours. The craftsman opens his eyes again. He looks at his empty hands. Tomorrow will bring new work. Tonight brings only rest. Distant bells ring across the island. Their sound carries on night wind. Crete sleeps under starlight. Villagers drift into dreams. In his workshop, Daedalus plans quietly. Wings take shape in his mind. Feathers arrange themselves in patterns. Wax holds everything together. But tonight is for preparation. Tonight is for gathering strength. The work will come with daylight. Now comes only silence. The candle burns lower now. Wax pools around the base. The flame grows smaller but steady. Light fades gradually to amber. This boring history moves like tide. It rises and falls predictably. Each wave brings the same rhythm. Each breath follows the last. Daedalus stands from his chair. The wood stops creaking. His sandals scrape the floor. He walks toward the door. The workshop waits behind him. Tools hang in their places. Materials rest in order. Everything prepared for tomorrow's work. Outside rain continues its gentle song. Brown noise fills the spaces. Water finds its way to earth. The island drinks deeply. Stone walls hold the workshop safe. Wooden doors close with soft sounds. The candle flame wavers once, then burns steady again. Now the room grows still. The craftsman's footsteps fade away. Only the tools remain watching. Only the shadows keep vigil. This is the end of preparation times. This is the beginning of rest. The workshop grows silent, and the island drifts into sleep. Morning light filters through small windows. The stone walls warm gradually. Daedalus returns to his workshop. His sandals announce his arrival. Today begins the boring history of wing construction. Each step will be documented carefully. Each movement serves a purpose. Nothing happens without reason. The craftsman lights his candle again. Flame springs to life instantly. Wax begins its slow drip. Light spreads across the workbench. Rain sounds continue from yesterday. They tap against the windows. Brown noise fills every corner. The rhythm never changes. Daedalus opens the first wooden chest. Inside lie hundreds of feathers, each one collected with patience, each one chosen for specific qualities. white feathers from island birds, brown feathers from mountain hawks, black feathers from ocean ravens. Every type has its purpose. The craftsman lifts out handfuls carefully. Feathers drift between his fingers. Some fall to the floor, others float in the air. He examines each feather closely. The shaft must be straight. The barbs must be intact. Damaged feathers get set aside. This sorting takes many hours. The pile of good feathers grows. The pile of discarded ones grows. Both piles serve their purpose. Now the room grows still. Only the sound of sorting continues. Feathers rustle like distant leaves. The candle flame stays steady. Let the story continue slowly. Each feather tells its history. Each bird gave its gift. Each wing will remember flight. Daedalus arranges the feathers by size. Longest ones go to one side. Shortest ones go to another. Medium ones fill the center. The pattern emerges gradually, like scales on a great fish, like tiles on a roof. Each feather knows its place. His hands move without thinking now. Years of craft guide them. The boring history of expertise shows. Skill becomes second nature. The craftsman reaches for his wax. Clay pots hold the precious material. Beeswax gathered from island hives, each piece golden and pure. He places wax near the candle. Heat begins its slow work. Solid becomes liquid gradually. The transformation takes time. Steam rises from the warming wax. The smell fills the workshop, sweet and clean and natural. The scent of possibility. While wax melts, Daedalus cuts thread. Linen strands thin but strong, each piece measured precisely, nothing left to chance. The wooden cutting board shows where. Countless projects have marked it. Knife scratches tell their stories. Each mark represents completed work. Brown noise continues outside. Rain sounds blend with wind. The island breathes in rhythm. Crete maintains its ancient pace. Now the wax flows like honey. Golden streams move slowly. The craftsman tests the temperature. Too hot will burn the feathers. Perfect warmth requires patience. Perfect warmth takes time. Daedalus has learned to wait. Waiting is part of craft. He dips his finger carefully. The wax coats his skin, warm but not burning. Ready for delicate work. The first feather enters the wax. It emerges coated in gold. The shaft gleams in candlelight. Transformation begins here. One by one, each feather passes through the warm golden bath. Each one emerges changed. Each one gains new purpose. This boring history moves steadily, like waves against the shore. Each action follows naturally. Each step builds toward flight. Waxed feathers lie in rows. They cool in the still air. Golden coating hardens slowly. Structure begins to form. Let the story continue breathing. Each moment stretches comfortably. Time moves like thick honey. Everything happens when ready. The craftsman works without hurry. Rush brings mistakes and failure. Patience brings success and beauty. Daedalus knows this truth. Thread waits beside the feathers. Needle waits beside the thread. Everything ready for binding. Everything prepared for union. The candle burns lower again, but more candles wait nearby. Light will not fail tonight. Work will continue steadily. Stone walls hold the warmth inside. Wooden shelves support the materials. Everything serves its function. Everything contributes to flight. Now the room grows still again. Only the sound of gentle work. Only the whisper of preparation. Only the promise of tomorrow. The workshop breathes with quiet life. Materials wait for combination. Tools wait for skilled hands. The boring history continues, and Crete drifts deeper into evening calm. Dawn arrives without fanfare. Light creeps through the windows. Daedalus enters his workshop again. The routine never changes. This morning brings the binding work. Thread will join feather to feather. Wax will hold everything together. Patience will guide every stitch. The craftsman arranges his materials freshly. Waxed feathers in careful rows. Thread spools ready for unwinding. Needles sharp and waiting. Rain sounds continue their gentle song. Brown noise fills the background. The island breathes in steady rhythm. Nothing disturbs the peace. Daedalus picks up the first feather. His fingers test the wax coating. Hard but not brittle. Perfect for binding work. The needle penetrates carefully. Thread follows through the hole. One stitch joins to another. The boring history of construction begins. Each stitch must be identical. Each space must match perfectly. Consistency creates strength here. Strength enables flight later. The craftsman's hands move steadily. Years of practice guide them. Muscle memory controls the motion. Consciousness simply observes. Thread passes through feather after feather. The line grows longer gradually. Each addition strengthens the whole. Each stitch serves its purpose. Now the room grows still. Only stitching sounds remain. Needle through wax and feather. Thread pulling elements together. Let the story continue quietly. Each stitch tells its small tale. Each feather adds its strength. Each moment builds toward completion. The candle flame flickers gently. Wax pools around the base. Light dances on the feathers. Golden surfaces gleam softly. Daedalus pauses in his work. He examines the growing wing. Feathers flow in perfect sequence, large ones to small ones. The pattern follows nature's design. Birds taught him this arrangement. Observation guides every choice. Experience perfects every detail. Thread binds the inner structure. Wax seals the outer surface. Both materials work together. Neither alone could succeed. The craftsman returns to stitching. His pace never varies. Fast enough to make progress. Slow enough to ensure quality. This boring history requires patience. Good work cannot be rushed. Each stitch takes its proper time. Each connection must be secure. Hours pass without notice. The wing grows steadily longer. More feathers join the pattern. More thread holds them secure. Brown noise continues outside. Rain taps against stone walls. Water drips from roof edges. The island maintains its rhythm. Crete has seen countless projects, countless craftsmen at work. This workshop holds their memory. These walls remember their efforts. Now the first wing nears completion. Daedalus holds it carefully. Feathers catch the candlelight. The surface ripples like water. He flexes the wing gently. Thread holds without breaking. Wax coating remains intact. The structure passes every test. Weight feels right in his hands. Balance points seem correct. The wing wants to lift. Even without wind, it strains upward. Let the story continue flowing, like the thread through needle holes, like the wax around feather shafts. Everything connects to everything. The craftsman sets down the completed wing. It rests on the wooden bench. Feathers settle into place. Perfect work requires no adjustment. Now he begins the second wing. Identical materials wait ready. The same process starts again. Repetition builds consistency. Needle pierces the first feather. Thread follows the same path. Stitch matches previous stitches. The boring history repeats itself. This is the nature of craft. The same actions done better. Each repetition improves technique. Each wing surpasses the last. But these wings must match exactly. Balance requires perfect symmetry. Daedalus watches every detail. Nothing can be left to chance. The second wing grows steadily. Feather by feather it extends. Thread by thread it strengthens. Wax coating seals every surface. Stone walls watch the progress. Wooden shelves hold extra materials. Everything waits in readiness. Everything serves the final purpose. Time moves like honey again. Each moment stretches comfortably. Each stitch gets full attention. Each detail receives its due. Now the room grows still once more. Only the work sounds continue. Only the whisper of creation. Only the promise of flight approaching. The second wing nears completion. Now, both wings will soon be ready. The boring history moves toward testing. The workshop grows quiet, and the island prepares for what comes next. Both wings rest on the workbench, complete and perfectly matched. Daedalus examines them closely. Every detail meets his standards. Morning light reveals their beauty. Feathers catch the sunbeams. Wax coating gleams like gold. The wings seem almost alive. Now comes the time for teaching. Icarus must learn the way. Flight requires more than wings. Knowledge keeps the flyers safe. Rain sounds fade to gentle whisper. Brown noise settles lower. The island holds its breath. Important lessons begin today. Icarus enters the workshop quietly. His young face shows wonder. The wings draw his attention. His eyes cannot look away. These will carry us to freedom. Daedalus speaks very softly. His voice barely breaks the silence. Words must be chosen carefully. The boring history of instruction starts. Each lesson builds on others. Each word carries weight. Each demonstration shows truth. First, you must understand balance. The craftsman lifts one wing. He shows how it catches air, how it wants to rise. Wings alone do not make flight. His hands demonstrate the motions. Your body must work with them. The lesson continues slowly. Icarus watches every movement. His young mind absorbs quickly, but youth can forget wisdom. Caution must be emphasized. The sun burns very hot above. Daedalus speaks each word clearly. Its heat will melt the wax. His finger points toward heaven. The sea waits cold below. His other hand gestures downward. Its waves will claim the careless. Both dangers must be remembered. Fly the middle path always. The craftsman's voice grows serious. Neither too high nor low. This lesson saves lives. Now the room grows still. Father and son stand together. Wings rest between them. The moment stretches long. Let the story continue gently. Teaching takes its own time. Wisdom cannot be rushed. Understanding grows gradually. Daedalus lifts the first wing. He fits it carefully. Straps secure it to his shoulders. The transformation begins here. The wing feels natural now, extension of his own body. Years of planning show results. Craft becomes living reality. He flexes his shoulders slowly. The wing responds immediately. Feathers adjust their angles. Air flows around the surfaces. Watch how I move. He demonstrates carefully. See how the wing follows. Each motion teaches technique. His arm rises and falls. The wing mirrors every movement. Smooth and controlled always. Power held in check. Never fight against the wind. His voice stays calm and low. Work with nature's forces. Cooperation brings success. Icarus studies every detail. His young eyes miss nothing. The boring history of flight school continues in the quiet workshop. Brown noise drifts through window. Distant ocean sounds carry waves. Against island shores, the rhythm never changes. This is ancient Crete's morning. This is the time before flight. Everything leads to this moment. Everything serves this purpose. Now Daedalus removes the wing. He helps fit it to Icarus. Young shoulders bear the weight. Youth prepares for freedom. The wing transforms the boy. He stands taller immediately. Confidence flows through him. Power rests at his back. Feel how it wants to lift. The father guides gently. Trust the wing's knowledge. Experience speaks through materials. Together they practice motions, slow and careful always, building muscle memory, preparing for real flight. The second wing joins the first, both father and son equipped, 2 sets of golden feathers, 2 chances at escape. Let the story continue breathing. Each lesson builds on others. Each practice session improves. Each moment brings them closer. Stone walls hold their secrets. Wooden tools watch silently. The workshop has seen everything. The preparation nears completion. Time moves like warm honey. It pours. Each instruction takes its space. Nothing can be hurried now. Everything must be perfect. The boring history reaches crescendo. Teaching blends with learning. Wisdom passes between generations. The workshop grows quiet, and tomorrow brings the test of flight. Dawn breaks clear and windless. Perfect conditions for flying. Daedalus and Icarus stand ready, wings fitted and secure. The workshop door opens slowly. Father and son step outside. Stone walls release their secrets. The island witnesses everything. This begins the boring history's end. The final chapter starts here. All preparation leads to this. All craft serves this moment. Morning air feels cool and still. No wind to fight against. No storms to threaten safety. Crete offers perfect conditions. They walk toward the cliff edge. Sandals scrape on rocky ground. Wings cast long shadows. The sun climbs steadily higher. Below them stretches blue water, endless ocean to the horizon. Freedom waits across those waves. Home lies beyond reach. Remember every lesson well. Daedalus speaks quietly now. His voice carries decades of wisdom. Fly the middle path. They stand at the cliff's edge. Wind rises from the water. It lifts the golden feathers. Wings strain against their holders. neither too high nor low, the final warning given. The sun will melt the wax, his hand points toward heaven. The sea will claim the fallen, his other hand points down. Both dangers clearly marked, both paths clearly dangerous. Now the room grows still. No workshop walls surround them. Only sky and sea remain. Only the test of flight. Let the story continue flowing, like wind under golden wings, like father and son together, like freedom finally found. Daedalus leaps from the cliff first. Wings catch the rising air. Feathers spread wide and strong. Flight becomes reality at last. He soars above the water. Wind carries him steadily. Years of planning proven right. Craft defeats imprisonment. Below him, Icarus follows. Young wings beat with excitement. The boy laughs with pure joy. Freedom tastes sweeter than honey. Together they rise higher, father and son flying free. Wings work exactly as planned. Escape becomes possible now. The island shrinks below them. Crete fades to tiny speck. Ocean spreads in all directions. The world grows vast and open. Sun climbs toward its zenith. Heat grows stronger overhead. Wax begins to soften. The first danger approaches. Stay close beside me, Daedalus calls across wind. Remember what I taught you. Wisdom tries to guide youth. But Icarus feels the power. Wings respond to every wish, higher and higher climbing. Joy overrules caution completely. The boring history turns tragic. Youth ignores aged wisdom. Excitement conquers prudence. The pattern plays again. Heat grows stronger every moment. Wax begins its melting. Golden bonds start failing. Feathers lose their anchors. Come down. The father calls, but distance swallows words. Hot air carries them away. Warning reaches empty sky. One by one, feathers fall. Like golden leaves in autumn. Like hopes released too early. Like dreams that fly too high. Now the wings begin failing. Wax drips toward the sea. The structure comes apart. Flight becomes a fall. Icarus tumbles downward. Air no longer holds him. Ocean rushes up to meet. The sea claims another dreamer. Splash breaks the perfect silence. Waves close over golden feathers. The water stills again. Only ripples mark the spot. Daedalus circles above alone. One set of wings remains. One heart breaks with sorrow. One lesson learned too late. He flies toward distant shores, carrying grief and memory. Wings bear him safely home, but joy has died with Icarus. Let the story find its ending, like all tales of mortal pride, like all flights that climb too high, like all children who forget warnings. The sea keeps its new treasure. Feathers sink toward darkness. Wax dissolves in salt water. The ocean claims everything eventually. Above, the waves grow quiet. Wind dies to gentle whispers. Brown noise fades to silence. The island drifts in peace. Back in the empty workshop, tools hang in dusty rows. Candles burn unattended. Stone walls hold only echoes. The workbench stands abandoned. Scraps of golden feathers, drops of hardened wax, memories of wings that flew. This ends the boring history of craftsman and his son, of wings that touched the heavens, of dreams that fell like rain. Time moves like honey still. Each moment holds its sorrow. Each breath carries memory. Each heartbeat counts the loss. Now the room grows silent. The workshop sleeps in dust. Only shadows keep their vigil. Only echoes tell the tale. The boring history concludes here. All lessons have been taught. Flights have found their endings. The workshop grows forever silent, and the island drifts eternal into sleep.